Hello, folks. My name's Leo, and welcome to my nerd. So today I will talk about the series from Prime Video called The Rings of Power. Okay, and this is from the Lord of the Rings. Okay, so that's the second season. So I will give a synopsis here and give my opinion. Of course, I will recap what's happening in the first season. Okay, but before I do that, subscribe here. Are you subscribed here? So subscribe here. It's really important that. So button like here, a lot likes. Okay, so comment here. Have you watched this series? So what do you think? What's your opinion? Okay, put here below on comments. Okay, so and share this video with your friends. Ask them to subscribe here. Let's get to 100 subscribers here. Okay, so let's talk about the rings of power. Okay, so before I give you a synopsis here, so this series is about the this series happens before the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings. Okay, so just to put this there. So what I mean that, okay, so what I mean with that explanation, because this series here they talk about, so it's just a recap now. Okay, so it's about this girl here, Galadriel. Okay, so it's like a spin-off, okay, or prequel. I think prequel is much better. Okay, so here they talk about more about Galadriel and Sauron. Okay, so will be that guy here. Okay, so this is guy because this is Sauron. Okay, so I know it's a little spoiler here, but who is watching this series, the second season? Maybe you know because this guy is Sauron. Okay, Sauron is the biggest villain in the Lord of the Rings, right? So and but they never show the face of Sauron, right? So they never show that. So here you can see that. So you can show, you can see the his face, how his face like, right? So that and here they continues the story from the first season. That's the second season, as I said before. And the first season they talk about more. They introduce these characters, right? So, for example, all these characters here, right? So in the first season, and for example, we have a stranger here, during one of the dwarfs, right? So, and we have one of the elves, it's called Aurondir. Okay, so there are other characters here, but with I don't have time to talk about all the characters here. Okay, so I will mention some of them. Okay, so but uh, because it's gonna be so huge video, right? So I don't want to put a pretty long video here. Okay, so I just want to make short. Okay, so what's happening there? So the first season is the introduction of the characters: Galadriel, Stranger, Arundir, Durin. Okay, the other. Well, not this one yet. Uh, and others characters here like now the dwarves, right? So and they introduce them, okay, and they explain each story that so. And here in the second season they are preparing the battle, right? That the fight between Galadriel and between Galadriel and Sauron. Sauron, uh, he wants to conquer all the world, right? So, but Galadriel, she wants revenge because in the first season she explained that she lost her brother, right? So and she realized that who killed her brother was Sauron, right? So but I love this character here. Okay, so this character, because he has many names, right? So, but one specifically is Sorrow, right? But I like this character here when they manipulate their minds, right? So like, okay, he was like, uh, he was like. Uh, pretending pretend to be a good guy, but he's not. And each episode from the first season, they review more about this character, right? So I really like this character here. So and here in the second season they introduce other characters uh, Tom Bobadil, right? So he never they never show in the movies, right? So the Lord of the Rings movies, right? So they never talk about this guy, right? So that's the first time they put this guy, and this guy here he helps this stranger here, so that because this guy here he has a power, right? So and there are some and here some orcs orcs you mean the monsters here, they are look for sorrow, right? And they and uh, they thought that this stranger here should be the sorrow, but they was wrong. They were wrong about that, right? And here in the second season, the orcs, right? So they orcs they ask this guy says, "Oh, you are sorrow, right? Are you sorrow then?" And he said, "Yes, I'm sorrow, and now I I serve for you, right? So because that's all this preparation of the final battle, right? So that okay, so you have Elvis, Elvis, not Elvis, the rock star, okay. You have Elvis people, right? Like because he's one of them. He was one of them, right? By the way, and and then he betrayed the people there, right? So and he wants to conquer all the things he wants, right? And we have dwarves, right? So the dwarves like this, right? So dwarves, and we have humans, right? We have all these people, right? But the story here is about this battle between this war, right? Let's put it this way, this war between Sorrow and Galadriel, right? So but here they divide it in groups, right? So, like I said, Elvis, dwarves, right? So the humans and the stranger, right? So and they divide this to explain each group, each character, and what's their destiny, right? So how the story will be. Uh, but my question is, these all the stories will be connected all together, right? So that's that will be my question, right? So for this season here, and I heard somewhere on the social media, they said that will be the third season, right? So the third season will be like the final the final battle, like let's put this way, right? And and the thing is that they introduce a lot of characters here, so more characters in the second season. I like the battles here. As I like the war, so it's really good that. But the thing is, I like the visual of the places, right? So I like the views of the place here. So it's really beautiful that so and the barrel is really interesting that because now we have orcs coming, right, and invade the places there, right? So and I like that, and now Sauron will command these orcs to destroy everything, uh, whatever, whatever what comes in front of them, right? Uh, and I like these ones, but the only problem for me is like the dialogues. Sometimes they are too long, right? So you you know me that, so I don't like long dialogue, right? So I don't like that. So only that's one of the problems here for me. And you know the openings of the episode, right? So they have openings here, but the openings of these series in general, even the first season and these ones here, I don't like the openings, right? So I always skip the opening, right? So just go ahead, right? So go forward, right? So for these ones, and but there are some characters here I don't like. I really I don't really like the characters here because they are so bored. They are so boring that, and I like this character here, the later, and that guy here. So that's the two main characters here. So they you will know about more of them, right? So, and and there are other characters here, like these characters here, okay, those characters, and I like the story of a stranger. It's really good. That so, and that's and the last episode of this ones they reveal his real name. So and is a everybody knows the name that so he's one guy who has the you know and this guy, I will give you a clue here. Okay, so maybe you know the answer, right? So you can put on comments here. What's the answer for this one? So I will give you a clue here. Oh, the stranger here, he has a power. Okay, and he has a good phrase from the Lord of the Rings. You shall not pass. Yeah, that's the guy. So if you know the guy or what I'm talking about here, put a comment here. Okay, so so they review that in this season, the last episode, right? So and that is all the like I said, this prequel, right? The prequel about Galadriel, Sauron, and the stranger here. So I'm not going to talk about uh, the 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 name of the character, the real name, right? So it's all about that, right? So that's I really like I like the series here, but it's much better than the Lord of the Rings. No, for me, I prefer the Lord of the Rings than these ones here. But this one is like additional, right? So just to explain, right? So the each character, the original story, right? So that, but their origins, right? So how they were created, right? So that and this one is based on the book too, right? So it's based on the book. I never read the books, right? So, but I just watched the movies and this series here. Okay, so I like the Bears. Right? I know I repeating a lot here, but I say again, I like the Bears here. So some characters I like, especially these ones, the Stranger and Sauron. Okay, and I like the barrels. I like the views of the places, right? So it's so beautiful here, and I like the openings. I think is terrible. They are terrible. The openings of each episode, right? So you know the openings, right? So I don't like the openings here, and the dialogues are too long for me. Okay, so that's the fix here. But in general, for me here, my rate for the Rings of Power, the second season, I will give it the first season. I put like a 8 or 9 out of 10. But here I will put 8.5 out of 10. Okay, so But it's not my favorite. Okay, so I like more the movies than these ones here. Okay, so the Lord of the Rings movies. Okay, okay, and that's just my opinion. Okay, so but if you like the series, watch that. So, okay, I will change my mind. Okay, so my rate is not 8.5, so 9 out of 10. Okay, so I think it is is really good series there. So it's just like I said, additional to more about Galadriel and Sauron because they show up is so small there. So they show up a little, right? So not the whole movies, right? So and they explain more that. So that's good to more about these characters and about the stranger that. So and so the name of the character that I put the clue here for you, right? So, and that's all I need to talk about this series. Okay, so I like the Sorrow and I like the Galadriel and Stranger of that. So you know that. So that's all I need to talk about here. So if you like this video here, put a like here, a lot likes here, subscribe here. It's really important. That if you want to support this channel, subscribe here. Put your comments. Have you watched this one? So which character I will talk about here? So about the Stranger. Okay, and what's the name of this stranger. Okay, so put here on comments and share this video with your friends. Ask them to subscribe here. Let's get to 100 subscribers. Let's giving me this support. Okay, and I see you in the next video. Okay, so see you. Take care.